Have you ever felt completely powerless, facing something so big it feels like a storm you can't possibly survive? In today's journey through Matthew chapter 8, we see Jesus confront literal and metaphorical storms, showing us where true power lies. As Jesus comes down from the mountain, a man with leprosy, an outcast from society, approaches him. In an act of profound courage, he kneels and says, "Lord, if you are willing, you can make me clean." Imagine the desperation and the sliver of hope in his voice. Jesus doesn't hesitate. He reaches out and touches the untouchable, saying, "I am willing. Be made clean." Instantly, the man is healed. This isn't just about physical healing, it's about restoration and acceptance. Next, we meet a Roman centurion, a man of authority, who comes to Jesus with a problem. His servant is at home, paralyzed and in terrible agony. Jesus offers to go, but the centurion's response is astounding. "Lord," he says, "I am not worthy to have you come under my roof, but just say the word, and my servant will be healed." He understood authority. He knew that Jesus' word alone was enough. Jesus is amazed by this incredible faith, something he hadn't seen even among his own people. And just as the centurion believed, his servant was healed at that very moment. The day isn't over. Jesus goes to Peter's house and finds his mother-in-law sick with a fever. A simple touch of his hand, and the fever leaves her. By evening, a crowd gathers, bringing all their sick and suffering. With just a word, Jesus heals them all, fulfilling the ancient prophecy that he would take our weaknesses and carry our diseases. But following Jesus isn't always easy. When a teacher of the law says he'll follow Jesus anywhere, Jesus gives him a reality check. Foxes have dens, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head. This journey requires sacrifice. Another disciple asks to first go and bury his father, a sacred duty. Jesus' reply is stark: "Follow me, and let the dead bury their own dead." The call to follow him is urgent and demands our highest priority. Then things get really intense. Jesus and his disciples get into a boat, and a violent storm erupts. Waves crash over the boat, and the disciples are terrified for their lives. And where is Jesus? Asleep. They wake him in a panic. "Lord, save us! We're going to die!" Jesus' question cuts right through their fear. "Why are you afraid, you of little faith?" He then stands up, rebukes the wind and the sea, and everything becomes perfectly calm. The disciples are left in awe, asking, "What kind of man is this? Even the winds and the sea obey him." They arrive on the other side and are immediately confronted by two demon-possessed men, so violent that no one dared to pass that way. They recognize Jesus immediately, asking if he's come to torment them. The demons beg to be sent into a nearby herd of pigs. Jesus simply says, "Go," and the entire herd rushes down a steep bank into the sea. The townspeople, hearing what happened, come out to meet Jesus, but instead of celebrating, they are afraid and beg him to leave. This chapter is packed with power, faith, and the cost of discipleship. It challenges us to ask, do we have the faith of the centurion? Do we trust Jesus even in the middle of our storms? Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear it today. See you next time.